Okay, my digital class, and now we're looking at the topic of pie charts. So pie chart is a topic that you have learned in primary 4, chapter 11, but it's again good to revise this topic, and let's look at this topic together. So reading and interpreting data in pie chart. So in simple terms, pie chart is part of um how we organize information clearly for us to see. That's why pie chart is actually always like always like to um being compared with graphs, like what we learned, the bar graph, line graph, also compare with tables, because these are all the tools to organize information clearly for the people to read. Okay, so sometimes they will match graph and pie chart together as a question, or table and pie chart as a question to you guys to analyze. Okay, so it's actually important for you to master how to answer pie chart question. Okay, with this stuff, graph and tables. So let's look at this one first. As in a pie chart, they usually like to combine fraction, percentage, and angle, part of the information here as well, for you to kind of analyze. Okay, so let's look at the first one first. Number. Example, if you're talking about the number of people in a example, I would say number of people in example in a mall. So adult I have 60, boys have 40, girls have 60. So what is my total? My total will be 160. And you need to understand that this total usually will be matched with fraction, percentage, and angle in this way. Fraction, I know the fraction, the full fraction will be what? 1 for sure, total. The percentage, the total will be what? 100%. And the angles total will be what? 360 degree. So this will be matched with this 160. Okay. Now let's look at here. Fraction. Here is blank. 1 out of 4, 3 out of 8, 1. Now, if I see that girls is 60, boys, adult also 60, the fraction if here is 3 out of 8, here also will be 3 out of 8. And I know, right, this plus this should give you 1. Okay? And as you can see, if it's the same, here all will be the same. And the next thing you should notice is that 40 out of 160 is 1 out of 4. And 1 out of 4 is actually 25%. And in angle, 25% of 1 out of 4 is always 90 degree. Okay? So these some of the parts that you need to know. Let me just write here. You must know 1 out of 4 is the same as 25% and the same as 90 degree. Let me just highlight this for you. This is important. You must know this is always like this. And you must know this is always like this. Okay, something that is for you to take note. Now let's try to put in all the information. 90 degree, you know for sure have this square little box. So I know this boys. Boys, I know I have 40. And these two are the same. So I can just put whatever. Adults 60, girls 60. Now, in exam or in the question that you'll be seeing later when you are doing the question, they will always maybe like this one gives you fraction, this one gives you angle, this one gives you percentage. What you are supposed to do is to always convert. I should say convert or find or look for the value of either all the fraction or all the percentage or all the angles. Because if you are able to find all for that level as all the fraction, then you are able to find the real value or the real number, this number or the real value easier. Okay. And when you do the question, you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay. Because they give you fraction, they give you percentage, give you angle. It's only if you convert all to become fraction, then it's easy for you to find out the answer. All to become percentage, or all to become angle. Okay. before I move on, I just want to remind you. Now, example, this is a pie chart, right? If I have a straight line like this that pass through the center, for sure, you know this is half, right? So it's easy for you to look at it. It's half. Now, if I have another line, straight line, like this is straight line, this is straight line. So I know that the angle here and here will be the same. The angle here and here will be the same. That basically means that the value here and here will be the same. The value here and here is the same. Now, but the problem is sometimes the question like to trick you guys by doing this. I make it like, oh, looks very similar as a straight line, but actually is not a straight line. So what I am trying to say is that do not assume that it is a straight line. Again, I repeat, do not assume that it is a straight line unless do not assume it is a straight line unless the question actually mentioned it very clearly. Say it is. But how do the question will say is a straight line? Sometimes the question will say line AB is a straight line, line CD is a straight line. Or sometimes you say, example lah, I will say this is boys, this is girls. They'll say the number of boys and girls is half of the total number of people in the mall. Example. Then you know that this is a straight line. Or else do not assume that it is a straight line. Because it can be two line, but it looks like very looks alike like a straight line. Okay, so please be very, very careful with this. Okay, this is oftentimes the students fall into the trap of this. Okay, okay, I think that's it with what I need to net you, but please be careful because this pie chart usually is a very simple topic that you can earn points. Okay, and that's all. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.